Hey, what's up guys, this is Neeraj from Tech Unbox. Welcome to another video. Today we will review the sizzling sterling blue Moto X4 after 1 month of regular use. So let's find out more in this video. The previous generation's Moto X's were highly customizable with the different backing material and accent colors, but you don't get any of that here with the Moto X4. Instead, the design of the X4 falls in the line with the Moto Z series of the flagship devices. It is made up of the glass like most of the phones seems to be nowadays, with glass on the front and rear and a smooth metal frame wrapping around the perimeter. The corners are nicely rounded towards the edges, allowing the phone to rest comfortably in the hand. The phone's overall size is not that big, so it is pretty much easier to use one-handed compared to the other phones out in the market. The glass backing of course does not mean that fingerprints are not easy to hide, so if you want to keep your device fingerprint free, I would recommend you to carry a cleaning cloth, same as you used to carry a hanky during your childhood days. Jokes apart, but trust me, this phone is a sizzling beauty beast compared to the other phones you saw in 2017. The screen of the Moto X4 does not go edge to edge, nor does it have curved edges or rounded corners. It is just a normal smartphone display. It is an LCD display that measures in at 5.2 inches with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 or Full HD. It is not a display that will blow your mind, but it is perfect. Personally saying, I don't have any major complaints with the screen during my testing. The colors are quite pleasant, viewing angles are nice, and outdoor visibility was not a problem, even under harsh sunlight. Black levels, however, are not as good as an AMOLED screen, but this display did not exhibit any LCD issues like noticeable light bleed or uneven lighting around the corners of the display. The Moto X4 falls squarely in the mid-range category, so the X4 is powered by the Snapdragon 630 processor with 4GB of RAM. On paper, it may not be the most powerful phone, but just like the display, it is more than enough. Though for everyday use, the X4 performed very well with no noticeable stutters or lag. Apps were fast to launch, multitasking proved to handle itself very well, and the graphically demanding games Asphalt 8, Modern Combat 5 ran very well without any hiccups. Of course, the X4's smooth performance has plenty to do with its lean software experience that Motorola offers, but we will get more into that in the software section. In terms of the hardware, Moto X4 offers the standard Android experience. There is a 64GB of onboard storage, but the microSD card slot allows you to upgrade 2TB of additional space. As it is a hybrid slot, you can add one SIM and one SD card at a time or two SIM cards. The fingerprint reader is in the Motorola's typical location on the bottom chin of the device, and it works extremely well in terms of unlocking the phone with reliability and speed. I also enjoy that it can be used to put the phone to sleep like Motorola has done with many of its current devices. Unlike Motorola's Z series of the smartphone, the X4 also comes up with a headphone jack located in the bottom side of the phone, so no adapter is needed in order to use your favorite headphones. You may be surprised to know that the X4 is also IP68 certified against dust and water for up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes, and that is really a nice feature to have. Shout out to Motorola, as they are doing what Samsung and Apple is doing with their high-end phones. The X4 comes with a fairly respectable battery inside at 3000 mAh, and frankly speaking, don't expect much from it, as this battery is worth enough for a full day of casual use. This includes checking emails, browsing the web, social media, and some light viewing on the YouTube. Just don't expect more screen on time, as I never managed to get anything more than 5 hours, and these numbers will mostly be lower if you do plenty of intense gaming and video watching. Dual cameras are all the rage on the smartphone right now, and with the Moto X4, Motorola is bringing that dual camera experience in more affordable package. We have already seen a dual camera smartphone from Motorola like the Moto G5s Plus. The X4 features a secondary wide-angle lens. The main sensor is 12 megapixel with an aperture of f2.0, and the secondary is 8 megapixel at f2.2 with face detection autofocus. Unfortunately, there is no optical image stabilization on either of the lenses. The wide-angle lens of the X4 does have quite a bit of distortion along the edges, giving the images a GoPro type of look that could be positive or negative depending upon who you are, and I personally don't mind it. Picture quality on the X4 is overwhelming at best. In good lighting, you can achieve some nice result with accurate color reproduction, but the camera does struggle with the dynamic range with the tendency to crush shadows. Without OIS, the photos captured in the low light lack sharpness and white balance can be problematic. As expected, the wide-angle lens perform much worse than the main sensor in low light, as photos are typically noisier, softer and lower quality in general. That's due to the wide-angle camera's lower megapixel count and smaller aperture. Motorola has always been great about offering a lean and clean software experience with little to no bloatware to get in the way, and the Moto X4 is no exception. It is running on essentially stock build for Android 7.1.1 with the typical Motorola suite for software tweaks such as ambient display, the double chop to turn on the flashlight, wrist twist to launch the camera, and many others, all of which provides some nice utility on the top of stock like experience. The Moto X4 will receive timely software updates, so there is a high possibility that Oreo will be landing on the X4 relatively very soon. The Moto X4 is being sold at 21,000 rupees and 23,000 rupees in 3GB and 4GB RAM respectively, and it is available online through Flipkart. I will leave a link in the description, so you can use my link to buy this phone. This will help our channel a lot. Overall speaking, the Moto X4 is a very good smartphone at this price range. You are getting the premium design, a good 1080p display, dual cameras at the back, good battery life, and a lot more with this smartphone. So guys, that's all for the review. And if this video helps you to make perceived decision whether you want to go with the Moto X4 or not, so please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Many more tech videos are coming on your way in the near future. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.